Blog Talk Radio.
Now let's set the record straight. There's no argument over the choice between peace and war, but there's only one guaranteed way you can have peace, and you can have it in the next second. Surrender. Admittedly, there's a risk in any course we follow other than this, but every lesson of history tells us that the greater risk lies in appeasement, and this is the specter our well-meaning liberal friends refuse to face, that their policy of accommodation is appeasement, and it gives no choice between peace and war, only between fight or surrender. If we continue to accommodate, continue to back and retreat, eventually we have to face the final demand, the ultimatum. And what then? When Nikita Khrushchev has told his people, he knows what our answer will be. He has told them that we're retreating under the pressure of the Cold War, and someday, when the time comes to deliver the final ultimatum, our surrender will be voluntary, because by that time, we will have been weakened from within spiritually, morally, and economically. He believes this because from our side he's heard voices pleading for peace at any price, or better rev than death, or as one commentator put it, he'd rather live on his knees than die on his feet. And therein lies the road to war, because those voices don't speak for the rest of us. You and I know and do.
Broadcasting live from Greensboro, North Carolina. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully well. I've been challenged on my last show how I don't prepare for the next show, or do I call phone numbers ahead of time? Well, this is what we do on Blog Talk Radio, understanding the times in which you live in today. And it's 7 p.m. on the East Coast where I'm at, so therefore it's a little bit earlier on the West Coast. And we all know I like to call Kamala Harris's office, but I do have a number for Beto O'Rourke office. And then I want to call Kamala Harris's office, the governor of California. And I want to contact the sheriff's office that was on the corporate news media this morning, talking about the red flag laws. And we'll get into that, of course. So real quick here, before Beto O'Rourke office is closed down, let's contact them real quick. And I did contact them earlier, and there should be somebody answering the phone there. And this is what we do on Blog Talk Radio, so we're going to ask them some questions here live on Blog Talk Radio, understanding the times in which you live in today. All right, let's try this. The first number first, and then, of course, as always, I will take live callers live on my radio platform. All right, here we go.
Congresswoman Veronica Escobar, how may I help you?
Hey, how you doing tonight? I was just wondering, I got the number off the internet. How do I donate to Beto O'Rourke's platform? And I was just wondering what Beto O'Rourke's platform was on about Donald Trump wanting to close the borders. Can anyone answer my question? I'm calling from North Carolina, actually.
I'm actually not sure, sir. This is the office of the new representative here in Texas.
Who's the new representative in Texas?
Veronica Escobar.
I ask. Oh, all right. So you represent Veronica Escobar's office. What's his position on Donald Trump wanting to close the borders? Because I'm very concerned about that as a United States corporate citizen. I was just wondering, what is his position on that? Can you comment on that, please?
Actually, I can give you the number for our DC office, and they'd be able to give you a more in-depth answer.
All right. Well,
If
give
that's
me
okay.
that phone number if you don't mind, please.
Sure, of course. Yeah, of course. Are you ready to write it down?
Yeah, I'm ready, ma'am. Yes, I am.
Okay. So it's 202.
202.
Yes, sir. 225.
225.
Yes. 48.
48.
31.
31. And,
Yes,
well, obviously, I'm on the East Coast, so there probably won't be able to anyone there to answer the telephone for me.
Okay.
Where are you located, if you don't mind me asking? Because I got your phone number off the Internet. What city or state are you located in, if you don't mind me asking?
El Paso, Texas.
El Paso, Texas. Okay.
Yes.
All right. El Paso, Texas. All right. I'm writing that down also.
Okay,
So your office doesn't have any conclusion or comment about what Donald Trump is doing about perhaps closing the borders in Mexico. I mean, the Mexican and United States border, because I'm concerned about that, because that could hurt our economy. So that's the only reason why I was calling into your office. And I got this number from actually looking up Beto O'Rourke's number, but you gave me another number to contact. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm sorry.
This was his old office when he was congressman.
Well, is there any way I can have a phone number where I can call his new office? Do you have that on hand by any chance?
No, we don't. I don't think he has an office established yet, as far as I know.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just wondering because I wanted to donate to Beto O'Rourke's campaign, and I saw this phone number that popped up on the website. And, on the Internet, you can't believe anything anymore. It's like Amazon and Google, Yeah, right, exactly. Everything's a scam. But I'm glad I was able to talk to a real person, and I'm glad you were able to answer the telephone and give me a number to call. But I really appreciate your time from El Paso, Texas. I'm calling from North Carolina, actually, and hopefully I can somehow I'll contact that number that you gave me. Okay?
Yes, I'm pretty sure they are closed right now, but tomorrow in the morning, maybe around 8 your time, I'm sure they'll be open.
Oh, well, thank you so much for that advice.
Okay.
You're really sweet and kind. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay,
you know what? You're
you.
a really good person for being honest with me and giving me a phone number to call. I really appreciate that. I really do.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Take care, ma'am. Thank you.
Have a good day. Thank you. You too.
You too, ma'am. Okay, folks. She just gave me a phone number to call, and I'm going to call that number. But I don't want to get it too late here because I got other numbers here to call. Blog Talk Radio, Understanding the Times in Which We Live in Today. And you see, I really didn't get any answers. I got another number to call here, and we're going to see what happens when we call that number. But she told me to call early in the morning, but I want to call right now live on my radio program. That's what I really want to do. Because that's what we do here. And then I've got other numbers to call here. I want to call the Sheriff's Department in Colorado and thank them for standing up for the Constitution of the United States of America. And then I'll take callers, of course, like I always do. And I'm sure I'll get some nut jobs on here, and people want to say, all that blah. But anyway, let's see here. Let me type in this number. Let me call the number that she gave me, and look, all you liberal nut jobs, you can call in, 657-383-0616. You'd be more than happy to. And you can contact me and talk to me. But let's try calling this phone number here real quick here. Sorry about the background noise, but this is the number the lady just gave me. And she was real nice. I mean, look, she was kind, nice, the Federal Reserve owns us. The Federal Banking Corporation owns us. All right, and then we're going to call the governor's office of California next. But I want to call this number real quick here. Let's see. I'll make sure I got the right number here. 202-225-4831. Let's see. I'll probably get a voicemail, but let's try calling it. Maybe someone will answer. Maybe we'll get
Honorable
lucky.
Veronica Escobar
is not answering. This mailbox is full and cannot accept new messages. To disconnect.
All right. Hey, you see? That's the number she gave me. That mailbox is full, and they're not going to answer my telephone call. All right. Well, anyway, before it gets too late here tonight, let's contact these people on the West Coast here. Let's call the governor's office of California, and then we'll call Kamala Harris's office again, like I always. Kamala Harris, for some reason, I just want to call her office so many times on this radio program, because maybe one day she'll come on this radio program and her and I can have a discussion about her platform in the United States corporation, and maybe she'll agree with me about ending the Federal Reserve banking cartel that runs you and owns you. And but real quick here, let's call the governor's office. All right, here we go. Let's call the governor's office. Next step here. Blog Talk Radio.
Thank you for calling the office of Governor Gavin Newsom. In order to expedite your call, please select from the following options. To continue in English, please press 1 now. Para continuar en español, por favor oprime el número 2.
Not pressing anything, sir.
Please
Hello?
wait while your call is being transferred. You will be connected to the next available representative.
That's what I wanted to hear. Yeah, I want to hear a representative.
Thank you for calling the office of Governor Gavin
up.
Newsom. In order to expedite your call, please select from the following options. To continue in English, please press 1 now. Para continuar en español, por favor oprime el número 2. Please wait while your call is being transferred. You will be connected to the next available representative.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling the office of Governor Gavin Newsom. In order to expedite your call, please select from the following options. To continue in English, please press 1 now.
I need help. I'm seeking asylum. Help me, Governor. Help me.
Please wait while your call is being transferred. You will be connected to the next available representative. Thank you for calling the office of Governor Gavin Newsom. In order to expedite your call, please select from the following options. To continue in English, please press 1 now. Para continuar en español, por favor oprime el número 2.
Hello?
Please wait while your call is being transferred. You will be connected to the next available representative.
Yeah, Governor, I want to talk to you.
Thank you for calling the office of Governor Gavin Newsom. In order to expedite your call, please select from the following options.
But I want to talk
to
the
continue
governor.
in English, please press 1 now. Para continuar en español, por favor oprime el número 2.
I'm not pressing anything. I want to talk to the Governor of California.
Please wait while your call is being transferred. You will be connected to the next available representative.
3 times.
Thank you for calling the office of Governor Gavin Newsom. In order to expedite your call,
All right, I'm
please
going to
select
put
from
you
the
on
following.
hold, and what I'm going to do is you continue playing your stupid freaking voicemail back, and let's call the Governor of California here. 800. I called these people earlier on the show, and someone did answer. So let's see here, 65. There we go. Let's try this number here for the Governor of California. Yeah, Español, Español. Yeah, manito, yeah. Look, I don't give a crap. Answer my goddamn call. How about that?
Welcome to the State of California Information Operator. Our goal is to provide you with contact phone numbers for State of California agencies and departments.
Oh, Jesus.
Please listen carefully. Our menu has changed.
Oh, carefully.
Welcome to the State Information main menu. For transportation and motor vehicles, press 1. For employment and labor, press 2. For health, social services, and welfare, press 3. For government operations, human resources, and government revenue, press 4. For consumer services and housing, press 5. For unclaimed property, press 6. Also, for elected officers, such as the state controller, state treasurer, and insurance commissioner, press 6.
Federal
For
Reserve
parks,
owns you.
natural resources, and the environment, press 7. If you are a directory listing coordinator, press the pound sign. To repeat this menu, press star. To speak to the next available operator, press 0 or continue to hold.
All right, I'll continue to hold. I'll continue to hold for about 30 seconds. All right.
You will now be redirected to a state information operator. Please remain on the line.
Wow.
This call may be monitored for quality assurance and training purposes.
Quality assurances? Oh, God. Thank you. We need quality here, don't we?
State Directory Services,
Hello?
how can I help you?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? I was trying to reach the governor's office, and I got a hold of you. How can I reach the governor's office directly? Do you have a direct
It is
phone number for the governor's office?
916-445.
Yep.
2841.
Yeah, I did dial that, and then I got a voice recording, and it told me press pound, press 1, press 2, and now El Espanol, press 3, Manito this, and I was trying to get a hold of the governor directly, or his office, or his constituents.
Well, that is his number to his office.
So there's no other number that I can call.
No, there is no other number.
So therefore, all I do is get a voicemail, kind of like Amazon. When you call Amazon or eBay, you get a pound sign or a 1 sign or a 7 sign, and they direct you to a website, and then they hang up on you. Is that correct?
I don't know, sir. I never called it.
Well, I did, ma'am. I did. I just did call 916-445-2841, and I'm trying to complain to you, ma'am. I'm a citizen of the Republic of the United States of America, and I'm trying to make a complaint to the governor of the state of California.
Okay, well, if you're unable to speak to the governor, then you could contact your state representative. Do you know who your state representative is?
Kamala Harris. Can you give me a number for Kamala Harris?
You could call Washington. You'll have to call information. I do not have Washington's number.
Well, I can call my state representative, but I can call Washington. And, ma'am, with all due respect,
have a wonderful day, sir.
Yeah, hang up on me. Go ahead. Hang up on me. Go ahead. And you're live on Blog Talk Radio, understanding the times in which you live in today. You bitch. Go back to the bitch of a mother you came from. Okay? Yeah. There you go, folks. The United States Corporation exposed. I just told her, you can call Washington. Well, give me the number for Washington. Click! She hangs up on me. Well, let's call Kamala Harris's office. I wish I could play back this freaking crap here for all of you. I'm going to stay calm. I'm not going to start yelling at everybody. I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that tonight. What I'm going to do is we're going to call Kamala Harris's office now and complain about how the governor did not take my telephone call tonight. And they were rude to me. You know, these people are supposed to be elected to represent you, your views. They're supposed to represent you. They don't give a damn about you, folks. It's a big club. You're not in it. All right? And that's what I'm trying to prove here tonight. But let's call Kamala Harris here before it gets too late, and they go out to dinner buying, $90, $90 baked potatoes on your dime. And my tax dollars, they got to pay. They're filling potholes, and they got to pay for the police. My tax dollars. The Federal Reserve owns you. We proved that on the show a few nights ago when the Federal Reserve said they don't deal with us. They only deal with Bank of America, Wells Fargo, SunTrust, and other corporations. You can call E-Trade. Yeah, I can call E-Trade for the number on my right-hand corner of my birth certificate. Oh, you're going to be dealt with. That's what the Federal Reserve told me, and I'm still waiting for them to show up at my house and tell me what the hell to do and threaten me. I'm still waiting for the Federal Reserve. Bring it. Bring it. Because you know what? I'm going to stand up for what I believe in and for what is right. Simple as that. Let's call Kamala Harris's office now and complain that the governor will not take my phone call. All right, here we go. Dialing. Oh, I screwed up there. Oh, boy. There we go. It's silent.
Thank you for calling the LA office of Senator Harris. How can I help you?
Senator's office here. Who am I speaking to, please, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I'm a staffer in the office. How can I help you, sir?
You're a staffman. You don't have a first name or a last name?
Oh, it's our office policy not to give out staff names.
Oh, I understand. For security purposes. But Senator Kamala Harris, her office and everything raised $12 million in her campaign so far, according to the corporate media. And I support Kamala Harris, actually. I do. And I've called before, and she believes in that there should be a repeal of the assault rifles in America and whatnot, and there should be a ban on guns. But I was wondering about the border here, the Mexican border. The corporate media is reporting that there's a crisis on the border. What's the stance on her office, if you don't mind me asking, since she's in California?
On whether there is? She believes there is not.
So there's no crisis on the border?
No.
That's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, but these people, so basically Fox News, we know the corporate media, with all due respect, you know that. Me and you individually here. The corporate media, we can't believe the fake news out there. But are there illegal aliens doing human trafficking and smuggling drugs across the border? Would that not be a crisis, or is that really not happening today? I just want to know, as a citizen of the Republic and as a supporter of Kamala Harris.
I'm sure it does happen. I don't personally. I'm not aware of the statistics. I know that if you want to go to the CBB website, they'll have it there. Exactly how many and where it occurs, but it happens across the country, not just on border states, across the world. It's a global problem.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you 100%. It's a global problem. But the Mexican border, though, it is happening, like you just said. So, anytime there's human trafficking going on, or there's families being smuggled in, or women and children being smuggled in for human trafficking, obviously we as a country should address that, correct?
Yeah, I agree. And to be fair, it happens at the Canadian border too, but there's no one demanding a wall up there.
Well, you're absolutely yeah. There's no wall up there either. You're absolutely correct. So Kamala Harris's office agrees that the human trafficking is happening in the Canadian border, like you just said, and the Mexican border. So, but can you comment, like, for instance, if she's elected president, which I hope she is, I really do. We need a woman president. I agree. I support her office. I do, financially and whatnot. And I'm just saying, what can she do to stop this on the Canadian border and the Mexican border? Is there any plan, or does she have any proposals that I should look into? On a website or something. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're always more than welcome
you know what
to
I mean?
check
This concerns me, sir.
Yeah, you're always more than welcome to check our website for any news press releases, to check our social media for any positions that she's taken, where you can actually find what she personally says word for word, rather than calling in here. I think that's where you'll find sort of a more well elaborated plan on a various number of issues on her website and social media, and you can also subscribe to her newsletter too, because I don't speak on behalf of her. I only speak to what she has actually put out. I know. You just answer the phone for her. I understand that. I understand. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, sir, as a citizen. But you answer the phone for her office, so therefore I can't get a hold of her directly, and I'm just a citizen just asking questions. So I want to thank you for your time, though. I do appreciate that. Yeah.
I really do.
Okay. Have a good day, sir. Thank you for calling.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Okay.
Take care of yourself.
You too. Bye.
Okay. All right, thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. That's what he'll hear. Yeah, you just heard it, folks. Heard it here first on Blog Talk Radio. We admit there's human trafficking going on the border, but he couldn't tell me how to stop it. We can go to our website, and our website will direct you to another website, and then a porn site will show up with somebody getting a dick up their rear end. Come on. All right, let's contact another number here for Kamala Harris, and then we're going to contact the Sheriff's Department here about the red flag laws, and then I'll take callers. All you got to do is press the number 1. But you're hearing it first, folks, on Blog Talk Radio, understanding the times in which you live in today. And what I'm trying to do is expose the corporation. These people don't care about you. They're not going to give you an answer. They're going to direct you to someplace else, to a website. That's not a website. I did that with Beto O'Rourke's website. Okay? Just pay attention. That's all you got to do. We called the governor, and you heard what happened. All right, let's see here. Let's call Kamala Harris's office in Fresno, and we'll ask them the same questions. And see what they have to say. Let's ask them the same questions and see what they have to say. Let's do that. I bet they don't coincide with each other. Because it's a big club, folks, and you're not in it. You're not in it. All the people out there listening. But hang on real quick. It's getting late. So, they got to go to dinner and eat their $90 baked potatoes and and $2,500 steak dinners. And, the G20 is going to be meeting. They're going to deal with Venezuela. And we'll get into that, too, also on this show about Venezuela. I'm sure we will. But let's call the Fresno office. Come on. Let's see if we get somebody here. I may have the wrong number here, maybe.
Hello, and thank you for calling the Fresno District Office of U.S. Senator Kamala Harris. We welcome your calls and opinions. If your message is regarding casework assistance, please contact our casework staff via email at casework_harris@harris.senate.gov. If you are calling regarding a specific issue, we would like to remind you that you may also contact Senator Harris at www.harris.senate.gov. If you are requesting a callback, please leave a message with your name, phone number, and a brief description.
No, I'm not going to do that now because you're never going to call me back. You know you won't. So let's try the San Francisco office. Maybe someone live there will answer the telephone. All right? Let's see here. And then we're going to call the Colorado Sheriff's Department. And we're going to voice our support here for that department standing up for the Constitution of the United States of America, the Second Amendment. And then we're going to take callers. All right, come on. Let's do this here. And this is what you get, folks. It's like calling Amazon. It's like calling eBay. It's like calling Google. This is what you get. And I'm trying to expose this here. But this is very important here. So let's try Kamala Harris's office again. Probably got my number screened now. They're saying, don't take no calls from that guy.
Thank you for calling the San Francisco office of United States Senator Kamala D. Harris. We welcome your calls and your message is regarding casework.
Yeah. They got me blocked, folks. Kamala Harris has got me blocked, but we'll do it again in the future, I'm sure. Kamala Harris. But go back and play back what the gentleman said, He answers the phone, but let's call the Sheriff's Department in Colorado. And I want to voice my support for this sheriff. I really do. He was on the corporate media, and let's do that real quick. And then I'll take live phone callers. All you got to do is press number 1, and I'll put you on the radio program. I will. So let's call live. Let's see the sheriff's office here in Colorado that was on the fake news here this morning. All right. This could be the right number. I got two numbers for this office, so this could be the wrong number, but let's try it.
Please listen carefully to the menu as our options have changed.
Oh, boy.
Por favor, escuche atentamente, ya que nuestras opciones han cambiado. You have reached the Will County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Para español, presione la estrella. If you know your party's extension, press the pound sign or hashtag. Press 1 to be transferred to dispatch. Press 2 to be transferred to inmate information. Press 3 to be transferred to the concealed handgun technician. Press 4 to be transferred to records.
I see
Press
you,
5 to be transferred to alternative programs.
I'm going to call that number next. Okay?
Press 6 to be transferred to community corrections.
Oh,
Press
boy.
7 to be transferred to civil.
Yeah,
Press
civil.
8 to be transferred to investigations.
Yeah,
Press 9 to be transferred to the booking
you.
and bond desk.
All agents are currently busy. Please stay on the line and your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Oh, great, great. We'll see how long this takes. Sounds like Amazon in a way. And there's music playing in the background. I've got another number here to call, and then I've got this other number here to call for the Sheriff's Department before I get to everyone else. So, all right, I'm not going to wait on hold, and I'm not going to do that to the many people on the phone line here tonight. So what we'll do is we'll hang up on that number, and I've got another number for Colorado Sheriff's Department, and then I got another number someone sent me in the chat room, and I'll call that. Actually, let's call that one first, because the Sheriff's Department should always be available for us. All right, let's see, 871. We'll see what happens here. Hopefully this isn't some idiot in the chat room trying to do a crank call. And let's see here, 26. There we go. All right, Kamala Harris, and we're going to ask him the same questions. Let's see what happens. This is 408 number.
Pleasures from the heart.
Hello, how you doing?
Heart.
Who am I speaking to, ma'am?
My name is Nicole. How can I help you?
Nicole, you work for Kamala Harris's office?
I'm sorry. I believe you have the wrong number.
Oh, who do you work for, if you don't mind me asking?
You called a business. This business is called Pleasures from the Heart.
Oh, Pleasures from the Heart. I dialed the wrong number. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you. All right.
No problem.
All right. Take care. All right. Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. That's what she'll hear when she hangs up. Idiots in the chat room, don't send me phone numbers like that, you jackasses. All right? Stop with your crank nonsense. Pleasures from the heart. Come on. I got people in the chat room doing nonsense here. You know? I'm trying to do something to help you people. You know? All right, I've got another number here for the Sheriff's Office that I want to call in Colorado. And then I'm going to open up the phone lines for everybody. All right, 304. Let's see here. If we can't get a hold of any, I got a hold of them earlier privately, and they said they would take my call. So let's see if they are up to their word. Let's see. All right, here we go.
You have reached the Alternative Program Facility for the Weld County Justice Services Department. If you know the extension of the number you are trying to reach, you may dial it at any time. Para español, primo número 9. If you're calling for intake questions or eligibility requirements of the work release program, please press 1. If you're an employer calling to provide verification or work schedule of a client, please press 3. If you're calling for case manager Jessica Herrera, please press 5. If you're calling regarding the anticipated release date or charges of a client in the work release program, please press 6. If you are a client calling for change of location, please press 7. If you're calling about the electronic home monitoring program, please call the GEO Group at 970-395-0333. If you're calling for the Alternative Program Director, Diana Campbell, please press 8. For all further questions, please press 0 or stay on the line, and your call will be answered in the order it was received. Thank you.
Yeah, any order. All right. We'll stay on the line here for a minute or for about a minute. Oh, maybe we'll get somebody live. Press 8, press 7, press 6, 5, press
Work
4,
release,
press
Nagler.
3, press... Yeah, hey,
hello?
how you doing? Yes, hello. How you doing, sir?
All right, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm calling from North Carolina, and I saw the Fox News report about the Colorado Sheriff's Department there. The sheriff, I don't have his name written down, but it was a very interesting story, and I want to say God bless you, and thank God.
This is a work release. This isn't the Sheriff's Department. We're not part of the Sheriff's Department anymore. But I agree with you, but unfortunately you got the wrong number. Do you want me to transfer you to the Sheriff's Department?
Can you do that, please?
Absolutely. Hold on just a moment.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Weld County Jail, Master Control. Baxter speaking. How can I help you?
Dispatcher, how you doing? What did you say your name was again? With all due respect.
Baxter.
Mr. Baxter, I just want to say I'm calling from North Carolina. I want to say I saw the Fox News story here about your sheriff.
Okay.
And I want to say God bless you. And we the people
thank you, sir.
support you.
Thank you very much, sir. I can transfer you to his extension if you'd like to leave him a voicemail. I don't think he's in his office right now, but...
Yeah, but I want to say I support your department, and God bless you. I'm calling from Greensboro, North Carolina. I saw the story on the Fox News report this morning, and I want to say, you know what, that sheriff you got there, you know what, God bless him for standing up for the Constitution and your department. God bless you.
Totally agree, and thank you so much. We do. We wish more people let us know that.
Yeah, well, they will. They will, sir. Trust me, they will. Because I'm in North Carolina here, in our sheriff's department. I live in Rockingham, North Carolina, and our sheriff's department supports your department out there. And Mr. Sam Page from Rockingham County, North Carolina. And I just want to say, God bless that sheriff for, standing up for the Constitution. We need more people like you, and God bless you, and please be safe out there. Please.
Absolutely, and I know the sheriff would like to hear from you, so I'm going to get you to his extension right now, okay?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, stand by.
Sheriff's Department that stands up for the oath of the Constitution. Can't deny this. You know what? You're going to get me to his extension. All right.
Hello, you've reached the office of Weld County Sheriff Steve Reams. I'm not available to answer the phone right now, but please leave a message and I'll call you back as soon as I can. Thank you.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Mr. Reams, I saw the report this morning on the corporate fake news that tried to twist around your words. I'm calling from Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm actually live. I'm understanding the times in which you live in today. blogtalkradio.com/Joseph Gibson. And I talked to the dispatcher of your department, and I told him, God bless you, sir. God bless you for upholding the oath of the Constitution. And I know the sheriff here in Rockingham County, North Carolina, upholds the Constitution and agrees with you also. And we love you. And my show supports you, and I would love to have you on my radio program, actually. You can contact me by email, joegibsonishome@yahoo.com. But God bless you, sir, and just keep up, just uphold your oath. You swore an oath to the Constitution. So God bless you. Take care of yourself. And just know that you have supporters around the world that support you. So thank you very much. God bless. Take care. All right, everybody. That call's disconnected right there. Okay. All right. Hopefully it's disconnected. Anyone who wants to queue in here, you can press number 1, understanding the times in which you live in. I've got a private caller here, and I left that message, and the sheriff agreed with me. That answered the telephone. Thank you. Thank you. And all of you, you know what? You all have a right to there was a story here in North Carolina that was from South Carolina. I see 336. I'm going to get to you first, North Carolina, and then a private caller, and then I got 302. There was a story about a college student that was murdered in South Carolina because she got into the wrong car. She called an Uber driver. She was out with friends and whatnot, and it made corporate news media, and this is the reason why I'm bringing it up. She was a female. Doesn't matter if she's black, white, whatever, because it happens every day. She's a female. And she got into a vehicle that was not an Uber driver. The guy tricked her. And then when she got in, he put the safety child locks on. I read the case. I looked it up because I wanted to talk about this tonight. And then he stabbed her to death, raped her, and then killed her. He's caught, a scumbag. But this is my point. Imagine if that female had a .38 caliber pistol in her pocket, or a .32, or a .22 pistol in her pocket. You know? Imagine that. The guy who stabbed her to death wouldn't have a chance, because as soon as she found out she was not in an Uber driver car and she was being kidnapped to be raped and murdered by a monster, a sick son of a bitch, she could have pulled that revolver out of her pocket and said, "You son of a bitch, open this door right now or I'm going to blow your head off." Right? And that poor young girl would be alive today. But you know what? It's illegal. It's illegal to have a firearm in South Carolina on the University of South Carolina. It's illegal to own a firearm or carry a firearm in UNCG, North Carolina. It's illegal. You're not allowed to do that, and you will be arrested, and they will come and get you. And this is what I'm trying to say. We can ban all the guns we want. We can ban the Second Amendment all we want. But the only people that are going to own the arms are the criminals and the government. And we, the people, will be disarmed. You going to throw rocks at tanks? What are you going to do? Like this poor girl in South Carolina that was just murdered. I could pull the story up. This poor girl who was just trying to go to college, was out with her friends, having a good time, and she was murdered. You know what? Because her university bans guns. Look it up, folks. Look it up. I did already. You know. I'll tell you what. Screw like this sheriff's department I just called. Thank you. You're right. You know what? We're not going to enforce these stupid gun laws, this red flag law that's going to confiscate your firearms. If somebody says, John Doe, he feels like a threat. This is what the law says, folks. This is what they're proposed in 14 states, and it's coming to North Carolina too, folks. If John Doe, you know what? I think he has guns. And I think he's a threat. And guess what? The administrative fake courts will have a hearing without you there. And the judge will issue a search warrant and a gun confiscation warrant, and the sheriffs are ordered to come to your home, kick your door down, and pin you down to the ground and confiscate your firearms. That's the red flag law that I just called the Colorado Sheriff's Department about. Look it up, and don't use Google. There's 10,000 other search engines out there. This is another step, like your fake Bernie Sanders out there, your Kamala Harris's that I exposed on this radio program about gun control. She supports Dianne Feinstein's gun control bill. Turn them all in, Mrs. America. Turn them all in. And you want to read that bill? It means door-to-door confiscation, okay, of your guns. And we, the people, are supposed to be the ones in charge. We, the people. And what are we doing about it? We're not doing anything. There's a lot more to be said about this. But this is the destruction of America, and this is what's been foretold. And I want to get to 336 first. I got a lot of callers on the phone line, but I wanted to make some calls here live on the radio program to show you understanding the times in which we live in today. That's what I wanted to do on this radio platform. And we called and a matter of fact, today I was going, before I get to my first caller, not to ramble on here, I was listening to the Glenn Beck show there on 94.5 FM. And he did a little platform about the loyal white knights of the Ku Klux Klan and college campuses, about how they believe in segregation and separation. Black people should have their own graduation, and white people should have theirs. And then they put on the what's his name there? Oh God, what the hell is his name? I forget. Anyway, I called him live. The loyal white knights of the Ku Klux Klan. He had his wife and husband on there. I called them actually. He's the Imperial Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan here in North Carolina, Reidsville, North Carolina, actually. And I called them live on my radio program a few shows ago. And he had them on there, and then they were, talking about, yeah, we agree with separation of the races. After all, we all need to be separate. But that's another show. So without further ado, people are waiting on the call lines. So let's get to the callers. Area code 289. I see you, but first I got to get to 336. He's been waiting the longest. Go ahead, 336. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if you dialed that number or not, Joe, but I put Kamala Harris's actual phone number to her office in the chat room like 300 times, and you missed it and somehow called the number to some adult lingerie website, but that's all right. I've said this to you before. You got to learn how to pry information out of people, and you don't do it by demanding and by asking 300 questions at once. That first call you made to that woman in Texas, that young girl, you notice how young and sweet and dumb she was? It turned your whole demeanor around. If you could take that and apply it to the people you're calling, you could pry information out of them. Instead of saying, I can't press 1, I don't want to press 1, why do I have to press 1? Say, look, I'm disabled, I can't press 1. Is there any way you could assist me in pressing 1 to reach his office? If you say you're disabled, they're going to start, hey, we're supposed to help this. We're supposed to provide this. And looking at hold on, I see that. I just sent it. And looking for ways to help you because they want your vote. But, and with the story in South Carolina, that's one I was following, too. This poor girl, young girl, she was out at a night party, whatever college girls do, We're not going to hold that against her. But her friends left her, and she was alone, and she called an Uber driver, probably Tony. Tony was probably the driver coming to pick her up. But while she was standing out there waiting, another guy pulls up, and she gets in the car thinking it's the Uber driver. Now, the child safety locks were engaged on the car. They know that because they caught the guy and found out. So she had no chance of escaping. So this wasn't only just murder. This was premeditated murder. Why would you, go pick up a girl knowing your child safety? The dude should get the death penalty instantly. He shouldn't sit in jail for 12 or 20 years. They should make it known. This is what happens. Hang him high, and make an excuse out of him. And for people not to do stupid stuff like this. That's what's wrong. Today there's no consequences. This guy that murdered this poor little girl who had a father and a mother and a family and a boyfriend, is no longer with us because of some stupid 24-year-old punk. So you know what? The 24-year-old punk doesn't need to see 25. Dispose of him now. make them suffer too. The electric chair is too much suffering. Hell, turn the voltage down. Make them suffer longer. Just think about the families, how they're having to suffer. Anyone that's against capital punishment or anything like that, they've never been in a situation where they lost anybody. That's why. But I guarantee you, the first time someone takes one of their loved ones' lives, they'll be all for it. So, but anyway, yeah, I follow that story, and but you know, that took the back seat because of the NCAA tournament going on and everything else. So that was the big news, you know. Too bad Duke and Carolina lost. They suck. But anyway, all right, get back to it. But you know, like I said, when you call these numbers, act dumb. You don't know nothing, and you can't do nothing on your own, and you need their help. You'll get a lot more information from them. And don't forget, you know, be a sweetheart, so be a rainbow rider.
I'm gonna call that number. Give me your advice. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna call that number there that you gave me before I get to my next caller, and we'll see what happens. I'll act stupid.
Okay.
But I thought that's what I did do. Actually, you know, I was just asking questions. I wasn't demanding, and I did act stupid. You know.
No, but you talk quick because you still got that Yankee accent. You got to get that little Southern drawl sweetness. You got to get that little Southern drawl sweetness in your voice. Like, oh man, it's such a beautiful day outside today. How you doing, sugar? You know, and you got sweet talk him. If it's a man, sweet talk him too, because if he's from California, he's probably gay. All right.
Let me call that number real quick here.
All right, let me mute me.
Real quick. All right, go ahead. I'm going to call that number. Probably won't get anybody. Who knows? It's probably too late, but that's okay. At least we tried.
Hello, and thank you for calling the Fresno District Office of U.S. Senator Kamala Harris. We welcome your calls and opinions. If your message is regarding casework assistance, please contact our casework staff via email at casework_harris@harris.senate.gov. If you are calling regarding a specific issue, we would like to remind you that you may also contact Senator Harris at www.harris.senate.gov. If you are requesting a callback, please leave a message with your name, phone number, and a brief description of the issue, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you, and we hope you have an enjoyable day.
All right, she's not going to call me back. That's quite clear. But anyway, Kamala Harris, Joseph Gibson on Blog Talk Radio, understanding the times in which you live in today. Hopefully you can give me email me back at joegibsonishome@yahoo.com, and I can get you on the radio program. I would love to have you on the radio program and talk to you live on my podcast here in Greensboro, North Carolina. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. Have a safe night. Take care. God bless. Okay. There we go. And she heard the Blog Talk Radio because every time you hang up, it says, thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. So anyway, but thank you, Leroy, for that phone number. They're not in. I appreciate that. I did call the number you requested me to do. And now let's go to 289, and we'll go up the line here and take live callers. We got an hour and 6 minutes left, so let's take some live callers. Hopefully they have something to contribute positive to anything they have on their mind, other than criticizing and calling me names. So 289, go ahead. Welcome to the program, 289. Go ahead, you're unmuted.
Hello.
Oh, boy.
Joey.
All right, yep. Yeah, hello.
How you, my son? My son.
All right, you need to hurry here because people are waiting on the phone line. So you said hello for about 10 seconds. So go ahead, make your point, sir. Because guess what? I'm bringing on your friend Mandela-Con next. So go ahead.
My son, Mandela-Kun, is a good man, my son. And so I wanted to call in and and give you my support, my son. I do not like it when someone tells you to act stupidly. That is not good.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. But do you have anything to add to the platform here tonight, understanding the times in which you live in? Do you have anything to add to that?
Yes, my son. Understanding the times in which we live in today is important. Do you agree?
All right. Well, thank you. I'm going to bring Mendelicon on now. I'm going to mute you. Yeah, it's important, like you said. I don't have 15 minutes for you to say hello. So you need to talk a little faster when you speak, please. But yeah, understanding the times in which you live in today is very important. Oh, Lord. Oh, boy. All right. I do this for you folks. I'm trying to call these people live on this radio platform and expose the corporation, and this is what I get. But, all right. Let's see. I got a private caller and then Mendelicon. Well, actually, first Mendelicon. Excuse me. I want to go in order here. Go ahead, Mendelicon. Go ahead.
Hey, Joe. How you doing?
How you doing, Mendelicon? What'd you think of the phone calls tonight I made? Because I did it for you. I did it for the revolution of the people. The people's revolution.
You surely don't want my comment on that issue. I'll just say that you and I both know, even if you call them from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., whatever issue that you try to engage in, you're not going to get a redress from those surrogates. And when you choose the time that you do, then you and I both know you're not going to get no one that is close to you or somewhere in the proximity. You may get someone from out of this nation, but that's what you do.
Yeah, but hang on, Mendelicon, real quick. We talked to the sheriff's department in Colorado, and they thanked me actually for my comments, and of course they connected me to the lead sheriff. But because the main issue here that I wanted to bring up was the red flag laws. If you're red flagged, Mendelicon, they'll show up at your house, and even if you own guns or not, they're going to kick down your door, handcuff you, and search your house and see if you have any guns. And the sheriff's department in Colorado that I called says they will not obey an unconstitutional law as a citizen of this republic. They will not do that. And don't you think that's a good thing? And we heard it live here on this radio podcast. The sheriff said, yeah, I agree with you 100%. Yep, you're absolutely correct. Thank you for your support. That's what he said. And then he connected me to the voicemail of the sheriff that was on the corporate fake news this morning on Fox News that twisted his words around, gave him 30 seconds to talk, and then took his words and edited them and replaced them to make him look like an idiot on TV. But I saw what was happening. I know what's happening. And we need to expose this fake news out there, and I've done that on this radio program. And look, Mendelicon, I don't know if you own any firearms or not. I don't know if you're, And we talked about the South Carolina victim that was on the news. That's just one thing that the corporate news pointed out. And I said, look, imagine if she had a revolver in her pocket. Imagine if she had a gun in her left side pocket instead of a stupid phone. She'd be alive today. She would be alive. Because she would pull out that gun to that bastard who raped and stabbed her to death. because she could pull out that gun and have a chance to survive. We all have the right, to bear arms in this country that we live in, whether you agree with it or not, or you hate this country, blah, blah, blah. All I'm saying, Mandela Khan, is, look, you have a right to defend yourself. You have that right under the Constitution under which we live in. And that's what I was trying to expose. And Dr. Leroy Dickinson agreed with that point of view, that story from South Carolina. And it's just one story. It's just one story. It happens every day in America. Every gun-free zone is a hazard zone. And you know what? I say, let's support these sheriff's departments, like I called the Colorado Sheriff's Department live on this podcast, and they said, thank you for your support. Let's support our sheriff's departments out there who agree that we all have the right to bear arms to protect ourselves, not just because of a rapist or a criminal out there taking advantage of us, but the right to bear arms against tyranny. The sheriffs obey an oath to defend the Constitution against everyone and all enemies, foreign and domestic. And isn't that important to you, Mandela Khan, as an individual citizen, where you're calling from? Don't you believe that we have the right to protect ourselves against people that are bad or who want to hurt you or what have you? I mean, God forbid if your daughter was out there at a college university and that college university said, you don't have no right to bear arms. Oh, it's against our policy, even though it goes against the Constitution. And your daughter's out there and she's going to class and she decides to go out to dinner with her friends or whatnot. And you know what? She's unarmed, and because the college campus says, well, that's our policy, that goes against the Second Amendment of the Constitution, and some sicko, and we all know men are stronger than women. That's a fact, and some pervert out there grabs your daughter and throws her in a backseat of a car and rapes her and stabs her to death and murders her. Wouldn't you rather say, hey, the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution, imagine if she had a .38 revolver, a .32, or a .22 pistol in her pocket, but she couldn't because the criminal corporation says, our public policy says, no, you can't do that. Oh, no, you're not allowed to have a firearm in your pocket. It can't be concealed. Or you can't open carry because that offends me. Because we need to get rid of all the guns because only the politicians should have armed security. Only the politicians need to have guns, and only the military needs to take control of you and own guns. But Mandela Khan, my point that I'm trying to bring to you is, imagine if you had a family member who was disarmed. And look, I agree with you, Mandela Khan. I would be happy with a world with no guns, no nuclear weapons, no missiles, no battleships, no aircraft carriers. But that's not going to happen, Mandela Khan. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because men and even women, like the Prime Minister woman of New Zealand, who is disarming her republic, her public citizens, says, if you have any military assault rifles or you have any semi-automatic guns, you need to turn them in within 30 days or you're going to face prosecution. So even the women are wrong on this issue. So it's not about the men or women, but we have these men and women out there creating this one world order to disarm we, the people, and all I'm trying to say, Mandela Khan, is what's your opinion on that for the People's Revolution? Because nobody's giving up their guns, my friend. Nobody's going to do it, without bloodshed. It's not going to happen. They come to my house with a search warrant, we're going to have a shootout. Simple as that, brother. And I'm saying that right now live on this radio show. You come to my house with a search warrant, you're not searching nothing. You know what? Simple as that. Because the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution that I live under, that I abide by, says I have the right to bear arms, and that right shall not be infringed. Shall not be infringed. I don't care about your corporation, your Federal Reserve criminal bankers. I don't care. I go by the Constitution. Simple as that. But, Mandela-Khan, I'm going to give you the floor. I won't interrupt you. I'll give you about 3 minutes, and I got other callers on the line who want to contribute here to the platform. Go ahead, Mandela-Khan. Go ahead. 3 minutes. 3 minutes uninterrupted. Go ahead.
Well, I've listened for over an hour, and you can give your overview over and over and over and over again to reinforce what you've already said, but I want you to know I'm in 100% in opposition to everything that you said. And that's okay. It's okay because I have that right for my sovereignty and integrity and dignity and my birthrights to show you how I'm going to get it back because of what you put forth, your God, your country, your guns. You're talking about the United States of America. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. But I'm talking about not your micro vision, but the macro vision based on the Creator, which is a total different ball game. And a change of heart and choosing a new way of life, it's going to happen, whether you like it or not, whether Uncle Sam like it, whether the Confederate flag wavers like it. It's going to happen with all your goddamn weapons. So whoever you got your weapons, and then at the same time, you tell me, look, Mandela, you can't produce, manufacture, and distribute no nuclear weapons. You can't have no aircraft carriers, no stealth bombers and stuff. I mean, what you need them for? You got Uncle Sam to take care of you. See, this is where you messed up with me. You're not going to put, like you called earlier, you said, look, Mandela, don't be cussing and don't say the word. You called a woman a bitch tonight. You did. You and your good Christian ass, right? And that's a beautiful thing that I can say that to you because that's documented in historical documented fact of the archives of Understand the Times in which we live in today.
Hang on, Mandela-Khan, I didn't call all women.
You said, first you said you weren't going to interrupt me. That's why I don't like y'all religious people, because y'all are a goddamn liar, Joe Gibson. You first said you're going to, go ahead, 3 minutes. I ain't going to interrupt you. But when I said something you didn't like, that's the truth. You want to try to switch it. This is why I despise your religious asses, because you are the biggest liars on the planet. Ain't no truth in you. It's the truth according to what you see and what you want.
So what's
That's
the answer, Mandela-Khan? What's the answer? What is the final answer?
The answer is the Ethiopian total recall of Nipsey Hussle and what's really, really the real deal on the ground as people are relooking again at this war on terrorism, which is state-sponsored, that happened during the Founding Fathers and all that shit you talk about is the law of the land with your Christ. Listen, that was then, and now we're going to the fast forward to the revolutionary revelation, the bloodless revolution, and don't tell me or my people who are suffering genocide, war crimes, or atrocities, cruel and unusual punishment, and specific exact crimes against women and children.
Not to interrupt you, Mandela-Khan, who are your people? Who are your people?
The people of the bloodless revolution. They're not all black and they're not all men. See, your people looks like you in your little clan club over here.
No, don't say that. Hold on. I represent all people.
Okay, you do. But the clan brotherhood can read a scripture of the book, then they call some women just with me, bitches, hoes, go to the stripper pole, and a whole bunch of shit, but y'all say you're Christian.
Well, Mandela-Khan, people are scumbags. There are bad people out there. So how does the People's Revolution handle these bad people? So you're just say let live and let love. That's not going to happen, brother. That's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. What you're saying is if you got anything to do with it.
Who want to hurt women and rape women and destroy women. So how does the People's Revolution handle those people?
When you say it's not going to happen, when you're saying it's not going to happen, you mean that if you, from what you see and what you got to protect, it ain't going to happen. Okay?
I'm talking about
you can't tell me my vision. You cannot tell me the vision of the total recall of the Ethiopian Empire is not going to happen. It's happening right before your watch. The IMF, the World Bank, and your Federal Reserve, and your fucking New World Order,
except for the end times in which we live in. You know,
that's
the
according
devil's
to you
children
and your
are
Bible.
insane. That's what my Bible says. The devil's children are insane.
I don't give a damn what your Bible, Torah, and the Quran say.
Yeah, I know you don't. But the fact of the matter is, why is Israel the central?
I'm not going to answer that stupid ass question. Israel don't exist.
Of the entire world. You know,
Israel
why
is a people and it's not a nation.
My Bible is so wrong. Hey, look, Israel actually
listen, I'll go to another call because I'm not going through. You go to another call because I'm not going through this religious fanaticism on the jingoism of God and country, the power that is causing all the death on the fucking planet Earth. I'm not going to go through this debate with you. Ain't no
I'm
debate.
asking you, Mandela God, how do we solve this death on the planet Earth? We strip away everybody's guns and we have one woman in Ethiopia ruling the world. You really thinking the whole world's going to go for that, brother?
Now, there you go.
Come on.
There you go, pulling some of that talk real shitty, Tyrone, the terrible Pinocchio Thompson.
No,
you're going to fix my narrative.
I'm asking you a question.
You're going to fix my... You are not going to ask me a question about fixing the way you want it to sound. Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm me. I'm me. You have no foundation to what you're backing, what you're saying, Mandela.
I tell you what.
I'm asking for solutions.
You're absolutely correct. Under your auspices,
revolution. What is
under your artillery and under your auspices, the
because I have an end game according to my King James Bible, and that end game doesn't end well for you. If you don't believe in the Lord Jesus Christ.
Your Constitution in the Genesis and your founding fathers, the founding fathers, your Constitution and God and country, it never worked for me. Under the state-sponsored terrorism.
My friend, women will rule over men in the end times. Shall I quote you my book? My book?
No, listen.
Know that from 3,000 years ago.
From the age of the Ethiopian Empire, and I'm not going to try to out-talk you because this is your program, but you're not going to, I'm going to mop these goddamn streets with you, Joe Gibson, because you know damn well what you're doing right now. You know damn well what you're doing right now, and I know this is a good Christian so-called program, a Jesus program, a good constitutional program, but it's that same founding father Genesis that trapped me and the people who had their sovereignty, integrity, and dignity, the people who had their sovereignty, integrity, and dignity, and independence before the illegal European invaders.
Mandela, can I ask you one question? Can I just ask you one question? If it's a serious question, I'm going to cuss your ass out. Go ahead. Okay, you can cuss me out all you want, but we have airplanes leaving this country every day. If you hate this
why did you call that woman? Why did you call that woman that you didn't know? Why did you call that woman that you didn't know?
You know what? Ethiopia just put into law.
Why did you call that woman that you didn't know a bitch tonight? Why did you call that woman that you didn't know a bitch tonight on your program?
Because she was a bitch. She's a bitch of a mother she came from. Simple as that.
Now here's where you got selective
amnesia. She's a liar, and she works for the New World Order, Mandela.
Okay, you don't have no right to tell nobody or control nobody's tongue when you got a loose goddamn Christian tongue coming out your mouth. That's why I trashed Jesus the Sinister up, because you was using him to try to pump up your white power bullshit. But ain't no black power, ain't no white power. Y'all asses are finished.
No,
you understand me?
Mandela Khan, I've called the loyal white knights of the Ku Klux Klan on this show. I've been designated as anti-white. So how could you tell me I'm pro-white?
Yeah.
Come on now, you know that, brother. Come on.
Can we put some facts out there about Ethiopia?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Leroy. Go ahead. I know you're waiting in the wings. Go ahead, my friend.
facts on Ethiopia, okay? You want to compare it to the United States. This is just Ethiopia
this
versus the United
shit-ass
States.
country of the United States of America is finished. I don't give a goddamn what you say about the continent of Africa. You understand me?
If it's a shit-ass country, move the hell out. It's real
Take
simple.
your ass back to your mother country of Europe. Every one of you illegal alien European invaders, if you don't like it here, carry your ass back to your fucking mother country. United States of America does not belong to you. Fuck your God, fuck your Christ, and fuck your country.
You know, every time you use the MF
Fuck
and the F word, it shows your true intellectual ability and intelligence.
You don't have no country. You don't have no motherfucking country. You don't have no country. You don't have no country.
Out there while you call the
ain't got no motherfucking
program. I got to maintain order, Mandela Khan. I love you, but I got to maintain order. You got to let the gentleman speak, please.
Hey, I'm going to mop the goddamn feet with him when he finished, okay? When he finished, I'm going to mop the goddamn feet with him when he finished.
You're going to have callers. Let me speak.
Come on.
Let me speak so he can have a feast off his tax dollars that we provide for him to go out and buy his gravy, okay? While whatever he does. The age of criminal responsibility in Ethiopia is 9. They're ranked 45th, 50% more than the United States. Okay, police crime increasing in the past 3 years is 72.22. They're ranked 11% more than the United States. Now let's get into the murder rate. They're ranked 21. Okay, that's pretty high. Murders per 100,000 people, 19.3. That's 3 times more than the United States. But Ethiopia is a great nation. Violent crime murder rate, ranked 3rd, 56% more than the United States. Violent crime murder rate per million people, 244.96, 6 times more than the United States. But they're loving people. Violent crime murders, 56% more than the United States. But it's such a wonderful country. Now go ahead, Mandela Khan, please feast on me, okay? Give me that internet ass whooping you're waiting on.
This is this new kid on the block, new world order bullshit. Ethiopia is like Israel. It don't have no national borders. Do you know that South Central America, the Southeast Asia, the so-called Arab world, there is no fucking Middle East. That's the Ethiopian empire. So you don't know that this is West Africa right here under the Confederate red, white, and blue flag. This is West Africa, Ethiopia. You don't know that, but I'll tear your ass up with the truth. And I know you don't want to hear it, but you're going to hear it. You understand me?
All right. Mandela Khan, I got another number here to call, and then I got other callers here on the phone line here that I have to get to. I really do. But someone in the chat room said, call this number for Beto at work, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay? So calm down, everybody. All right, calm down. Like my friend says on Facebook, Joe, just slow down. Take a minute. She knows who she is. I think she's on the phone line here tonight. I'm scrolling down the phone numbers. I'm going to get to her, actually, because, you know, sometimes maybe we may need a woman's voice to calm the men down a little bit. But I'm going to call this phone number here real quick, because that's what I do on Blog Talk Radio, understanding the times in which you live in today. I'll call anybody you want. You want me to put somebody on the spot? That's what I'll do. All right? So let's call this number here. Someone sent this to me in the chat room, 214. Hopefully it's not a crank caller. I hope not, because, you know, we're just wasting time here. So let's call it and see what happens.
La Bear, this is Maria. How may I help you?
Yes, how you doing? Is this Beto Works contact information, or who am I speaking to, if you don't mind me asking?
No, it's not. It's not. This is a club.
Oh, it's a club. Oh, what club are you in, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, this is an entertainment.
Oh,
it's male
entertainment club.
Yes.
Oh, entertainment. Oh, what state are you in, if you don't mind me asking? I'm calling from North Carolina.
We're in Dallas,
actually.
Texas. Yeah, no, we're in Dallas, Texas. It's very far.
Yeah, that's very far from me in North Carolina. What kind of entertainment do you provide? What kind of entertainment do you provide, if you don't mind me asking?
Burlesque.
Oh, really? Wow. Oh, well, I appreciate you taking my phone call. I'm calling from North Carolina. I apologize.
No problem.
I got your number.
When you come around, you can come and visit us. You look for us.
Well, what's your name? Well, if I come around, can I ask for you?
No, not that kind of thing. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
Okay. I understand. All right. Take care, Dallas, Texas. All right. Good night. Someone in the chat room gave me a prostitution club, actually. All right. Shame on you in the chat room.
That's the same person that gave you the past 3 numbers. That's the same person that gave you the past 3 bullshit numbers to call. They keep coming back in.
Yeah, I know.
We asked them to put this last one in the chat room, and they wouldn't. That should have been the dead giveaway. If they ain't going to put it in the chat room so we can vend it,
I know. I agree. But you know what? This is what we do on Blog Talk Radio. I want to call politicians. I want to call, I'm trying to expose the corporation for you out there, understanding the times in which you live in today. And before I get to 251, Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I know many of you may disagree or may not even tune in, but I'm going to bring on Dr. Peter Paul Ventura again. He's going to be a guest on this radio program. And he's going to preach a sermon to you that will blow your socks off. He's going to tell you like it is. And it's up to you to listen. And like a lot of my friends say, open your ears and shut your mouth. Just listen to him, and you can ask questions to him. You can ask questions at the end of the program. You can. Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Dr. Peter Paul Ventura is going to be on this radio program. But okay, we'll move down the phone line here. Phone lines. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. All right. 251, I promised you were first. So I've got 50 private callers, so I'd rather not take them. So I'll take you because I think I know who you are. All right, go ahead, my friend.
Hello, it is Akshita Veda from Alabama, Mobile, that is. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you. Thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I'm all good. I love to come on and just kind of hear what's going on and also add a little bit to the topic and conversation as we go along. But I just wanted to say I agree that we must stand up for what we believe in. And I just wanted to let you know and announce on your show that the Matriarch LLC has been established here in Mobile, Alabama. And we have just established a nation for the mothers, grandmothers, and great-grandmothers. The daughters of the Matriarch is who we are. And the Matriarch LLC has joined with the Black Gold Nation in the empowerment of the people. We are taking the lead in the installment of the people's government through Class Action 567. This is a bloodless revolution, the people's revolution, in the establishment of conscious community centers across the globe. And the point of this is we must organize the organizers to unify the unifiers. So we got people out here organizing, we got people out here unifying, but everybody's doing their own thing. At some point, we got to bring it all to the center and bring it together. And networking is the key. And so different avenues that I, Akshita Veda, use to bring the people together for the cause to create a greater future for our progeny, our legacy, is through Avon, which is the empowerment of women, Jewelry for a Queen, which is also the empowerment for women, and to possibly become a Black Gold ambassador as well, so you can organize within your own community to establish a conscious community center for your community. So we're here to invite others to join as a community and to be a force for good as we make a difference while we're nation building. That's the whole point of why we're doing this, why we continue to come on and communicate the same information over and over again, because until it gets into the minds of others that we are here to nation build, we are actually making real moves towards real changes in the advancement of women supported by the sons of the matriarch. The matriarch doesn't exclude men. The matriarch does not exclude drug addicts, drug dealers, prostitutes, whatever you choose to be. And I'm not giving anybody these names. I just understand the society in which we live and how people are labeled based on categorizing and labeling and borders that they place around our minds. And so as we join, and it's not going to be all men and it's not going to be all women. It's us, the people. And so as we join, we are supposed to be building strong foundations across this globe. We're starting in our own individual sectors, and we're branching out as we're working with other teams across the globe. We are currently in the midst of March Madness for membership. So if you believe or you feel as if you are ready to make a positive change within your community, whatever, without changing anything about your regular life, go to www.blackgold-wakandarising.com, and that's to register for the presentation to learn more information, and that is free. You do not have to pay any money to be a part of that presentation. It's informational. That was the part about the Matriarch LLC, and I wanted to share that. But we also went into the conversation about state-sponsored terrorists, and they are totally out of line right now. They will harm and injure
hang on. Let me interject here real quick. State-sponsored terrorists and
the police.
What I want to do while you're on the phone here, I'm going to call loyal white knights of the Ku Klux Klan live on my radio program right now. That's what I want to do. And
what are they going to add to the topic of the conversation? Because what we're talking about is
they're creating division. They're creating division amongst the people.
They are,
and you're trying to create unity. You're trying to unite the people.
Absolutely. And
you're
so
trying
the thing
to unite
of the matter
people.
is, yes, absolutely, yes, I am. But the thing of the matter is I really want to get out what I have to say about the state-sponsored terrorists, and then I'm done. And then it's your show, Joe. You can do whatever you want to do. But I just wanted to speak on the state-sponsored terrorists and the fact that they are coming into people's homes unannounced and invading our privacy, and as if we don't have any rights. They wait till I start talking to come in with all the noise every single time and never fail. They want y'all to know that they're here as well, and they matter. And so I have 2 children here in my home, and Mobile Police Department has violated my home on a few occasions with a warrant that did not have my name.
Whoa! I didn't know that.
Yes.
Do you want me to contact the Mobile Police Department and put them on the spot for you? I'll contact them for you.
You absolutely can, because Officer Ward is the one who left that last search warrant that didn't have my name on it and didn't have any reason for coming inside my house. They never gave me a reason. They handcuffed me in front of my children with no reason. They never Mirandized me.
Lord.
And they never had a right to do that.
Well, Archiveda, I want to let you know something. I've done shows in the past. I did it with the Schwab family. And I did a Christmas show where the Schwab family was reunited. Because they did the same thing. He was a veteran of the United States Navy, and just because he smoked a little bit of pot, his children were taken from him. Okay, and he went on a hunger strike, and it made national news. But Archiveda, I'll contact the Mobile Police Department live on this podcast. You give me the phone number, I'll call them, and I'll put them on the spot, and I'll harass them as much as I can, because we are the media, and I will help you. I will do that. That's very interesting what you just said. You're handcuffed in front of your children. Shame on that police department. Shame on them.
Yep, they did. Tore up my entire house. I've been trying to get it back together. They had no reason, no probable cause to come in here. They did not explain to me. I asked them for the warrant. They never showed it to me. They left here and put the warrant on the table. and never explained to me at no time
There's no
why they were
warrant for
here.
your arrest. Archiveda, you didn't understand. Go to the Republic websites that I've showed you. These people will help you. They will help you in your state, okay? Because this corporation does that. They will take your children from you, and they will put you in a concrete box and then let you out without your children. And we know I've handled CPS cases on this show, live on this show. I handled the Pelletier case on this show, which was on Infowars.com, which was on Glenn Beck, and even Fox News. But I was the first one to handle the show, the Pelletier case. Look it up. Google it, the Pelletier case. I did this. And Terry LaPointe from Medical Kidnap. Medical Kidnap has been on this radio program. So I will be willing to help you any way I can, but you have to, you know, we've got to work together as a people to you understand what I'm saying? And look, like I always say, the Federal Reserve, you can come get me all you want. And my family members can run away. I got a mortgage to pay. I got bill. I got a car payment to pay. I don't care. Because you know what? And we can go back to what Mandela Khan was saying and everything else. I know what happens to me when I die. Okay? Read my book, Behind the Walls by Joe Hodgman. I know what happens. I seen it. I lived it. Okay? But I'm here to help you, Archiveda. I will. And what you just said there really pisses me off. And I'll call that police department live on my radio podcast, and maybe you and I need to converse privately to make, before I do that. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to put you on the spot. But because look, this corporation, this illegitimate corporation, has a grip on we the people. And we're too busy arguing about Jesse Smollett. We're too busy arguing about Donald. I hate Donald Trump. He's a racist. Yeah. He had sex with a porn star. And Hillary Clinton screwing this person, and Bill Clinton that did a blowjob in the White House. And what I'm saying is look, these people don't care about you, folks. They don't give a damn about you. And that's what I do on this radio show. And we have many different viewpoints, hateful viewpoints. And that's why I'm going to call the loyal white knights of the Ku Klux Klan here. And we'll see if they answer the telephone. I won't leave a message, but I'm going to call them and see what they have to say. Because I was listening to a show, the Glenn Beck Show, which is a syndicated show across the country. And look, I love Glenn Beck. I understand he wants peace. But there's going to be no peace on earth, according to my God and my Bible. There's going to be no peace. Simple as that. And that's why I bring Dr. Peter Ventura on Friday night. He's going to explain that to you. All right? There's never going to be no peace. But hang on. Let's call the loyal white knights. Let's call the loyal white knights of the Ku Klux Klan. Let's call them and see what they got to say.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Joseph Gibson. Yeah. I hear background noise. Actually, this guy according to the corporate media, stabbed somebody because he was more racist than him.
Greetings from the loyal white knights of the KKK. If you're white and proud, join the crowd. Leave name and number, and I will get back to you.
Check out The Loyal White Knights on Netflix by punching KKK into your search engine for the Klan's fight for white supremacy. Also, Monday night, 8 Eastern Time, called The Klan Talk Show at 605-475-4927. The code is 216366 pound. Again, that number is 605-475-4927, and the code is 216366 pound. If you're white and proud, join the crowd. White power.
Yes, how you doing? Joseph Gibson calling in again. You say join the crowd, white and proud, and you'll get back to me. I heard you on the Glenn Beck show this morning. If you can give me a call back at 336-419-7236, I'd like to give you a live voice on my podcast, Understanding the Times in Which We Live in Today, not like the corporate media that will switch your words around and make you look like something you're not. I'd like to hear your voice on my podcast show. So, or you can email me at joegibsonishome@yahoo.com, sir. And I'm reaching out to you for the third time. I would love to give you a voice on my podcast and hear what you have to say. You know, white and proud. There's nothing wrong with being proud of your heritage, but you know, we're not the corporate media, and I give everyone a voice here on Understanding the Times in Which We Live in Today, blogtalkradio.com/Joseph Gibson. So hopefully you'll give me a call back, sir. I appreciate it. I am actually calling you live on the radio platform here tonight. So hopefully you'll give me a call back. Mr. Parker, the Imperial Wizard of North Carolina. And I actually live in Reidsville, North Carolina, the same town you do. So hopefully you'll give me a call back, sir. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time. And no offense, but I'm just trying to get you to maybe have a conversation on my podcast, my worldwide radio podcast. Thank you so much. Take care. All right. That number's disconnected, and it said thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Yeah, and look, hey, you know, you heard it first here on podcast radio, Understanding the Times in Which We Live in Today. We call everybody. We call Kamala Harris. We call the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve said they're going to deal with me for calling them. I'm still waiting for the Suburban trucks to show up at my house and knock on my door and tell me to knock it off. But you know what? I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid at all. I don't give a crap about Wacky Bernie. Excuse me. And you know what? I have really been considering running for the 13th District here in North Carolina for Congress to restore the Republic of the United States, where we all have a right, and we all, the people, have a right to talk. I will not, if I was elected as congressman in North Carolina, connect you to a voicemail. And if I connected you to a voicemail, I'd return your call within 20 minutes at least. Okay? And that's what I would do if I ran in the district. And I'm not going to run Republican or Democrat, because we all know these scumbags. A Republican, Democrat, Republican, Democrat. Meanwhile, this one's screwing this one's wife, and they're all running around naked in the woods in the Bohemian Grove in California. Come on. You know what? I know about the Illuminati, the Freemasons. I know how you attack me. Yeah, I know how you suffer from my business every day. I know what you do to me every day. Illuminati and Freemasons. I worked for a Freemason. I used to mow a Freemason lawn. I signed up on the Illuminati website, and all of a sudden the Freemasons started calling me out of the blue. Hey, you want to work for me? Yeah, work for me. Yeah, we're a big brotherhood. Yeah, well, I ain't running around naked in the woods screwing your wife, okay? It's a new world order, folks, and until you wake up, and including you, Mandela Khan, the New World Order. exalteth a nation that is righteous. Until we are righteous as a nation, we
so
should be
explain
ashamed
yourself
of
when you say until I wake up. What do you mean by that? Because for me, your eyes
what
are
I
wide
mean,
shut.
Delcon, is you need to understand the New World Order and understand that there will be no Ethiopian empire. There will be nothing because the European invaders, like you say, the European banking cartel, the Federal Reserve Rothschild banking cartel will not allow an Ethiopian empire.
Okay, Joe, I'm just
going
to leave,
brother.
No matter how you go over and over what's going to happen, your last day scenario, let me say this to you, and I mean this, and I'm going to leave this alone. Whoever you talking about, when it comes to me and the people, they can't kill us all and they can't jail us all. So whoever's the new kids on the block, the new world order,
yes, they
the
can
weapons,
kill you,
whatever you got,
yes,
whatever you have,
yes, they
you have lost.
Yes, they can.
Kill or be killed is over.
Through vaccinations, through television programming, through FEMA camps, they can kill you.
Figures don't lie.
Figures
don't lie. Figures don't lie, and lies don't figure. If you look at who can add and multiply and become exceedingly great, it's still the African, indigenous, and Indian people. I don't give a damn what you say. The New World Order going to kill or jail everybody. It's not going to happen. That's what's not going to happen. So you can go on with your scenario.
Delcon, it's been happening. Look at the trifecta agreement that Hitler,
under your auspices,
Japan,
it's happening.
and Britain had together. Look at the United Nations, brother. The New World Order is happening right before your very eyes. Look, brother, if you have a driver's license, you have a microchip.
So you telling me
that listens
the old
to everything
world order,
you say and what you do. Okay?
So what you're telling me on behalf of the people of the planet, you're telling us to forget the old world order before your invasions. You're telling me those millions of years of history, throw that in the trash. Don't even consider that. Consider the new kids on the block and what they want for the rest of the world. That shit is Casper the Friendly Ghost, Superman, Uncle Sam, the Pope. It's all about live and let live. That stuff you talking about
but
is not real.
But Mandelicon, I called these criminal politicians that you see on your flat screen TV every day and on your internet.
Under your selective amnesia. Under your selective amnesia.
What do they do,
Under your selective amnesia, you call the ones you want to call. You don't call them all. So don't give me that garbage that
you can give me numbers to call. I'm
not going to give you nothing.
Numbers to call.
I'm not going to waste my time with such
I'll call anybody live on this radio platform. I will do it. I will do it for you. But Mandelicon, I got a private caller here. Hopefully this private caller isn't a bunch of nonsense. So private caller, go ahead.
Good evening, Mr. Gibson.
You sound like a Star Wars video I posted on Facebook. Go ahead. Yeah, good evening to you.
My name is Aiden Ellison. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Go ahead. Make your point.
I understand you called my association, and I'm trying to return your phone call. Please state your business.
All right. What's your association, sir? Who are you associated with?
The dumbass.
Mr. Gibson, I'm not at liberty to say, but you understand
You're
what I'm
not at
talking
liberty to
about.
say? Well, you know what? You know what, sir? If you're not at liberty to say, sir, then you know what? You got nothing to add to this radio program. Okay? You have nothing to add, sir.
That's one of your white knight brothers. Now give him
liberty to say. Okay? You have nothing to add.
Mr. Gibson, state your business, please, so we can move on.
All right, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead. What do you got to say? I'm going to give you 1 minute. Add to the platform. Go ahead.
I'm going to give you 20 seconds to please state your business before we have to take this elsewhere.
Where are we going to take it elsewhere, sir? What do you mean by elsewhere? I go to Gold's Gym in Bradfield, North Carolina, 8:30 a.m. You want to take it there? You want to take it there? You want to meet me there? Oh, is that a threat? Is that a threat? No. Do you want to meet me there, sir? I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina. Sir, you know what? We can put the boxing gloves on if you want. We can put the boxing gloves on anytime you want. Trust me. I'm all up for it. I'd love to give you and I'm a southpaw, by the way, so don't look for my right hand. So when I knock you out with my left hand, don't be surprised. So, you got anything else to add, sir?
Mr. Gibson, I'm going to ask you one more time to state your business that you have with my association.
Sir, I'm not associated with anybody. I'm only associated with the Republic of the United States, the Republic, the true Republic. So state your business. You called into my radio platform, so state your business, sir.
Sir, we received a phone call from you last week, and I am addressing it. I was asked to address this from this phone number to speak to you about your issues with my organization. I don't have time to play around. What's the name of your organization, sir? What's the name of your organization, sir? You've been dragging my organization through the mud, stating that we've threatened you, and we never have.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Whatever. The federal. Yeah, all right. Okay. Whatever. All right. Hey, you did a good. You did pretty good tonight, trying to scare me, but you don't scare me. Guess what, sir? My guns are bigger than your guns. So bring it anytime you want. All right? So whatever organization you're a part of, I say bring it. Yeah, that's right. You better hang up, you bitch. Yeah, whatever. That was probably Tyrone Thompson calling in. Pinocchio Tyrone Thompson and his followers. Who knows? All right, let's see. Next private caller. Let's go down the line here. All right.
Hi, Joey. This is Tony F.
Yes,
how are you?
Hi. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. I don't know if you know who I am. I am Pastor Ken's husband, or better half, or sexier half. You've talked to him several times. You've been on each other's shows, and I'm calling to defend him because he's been dragged through the mud on your show and on Tony's show, and I'm tired of it.
He has. How has he been dragged through the mud on my show? Please explain. Please explain the mud. Please explain the mud. Can you explain the mud?
Well,
I know that was a tough question to ask because you're making innuendos here. Well, how did I drag him through the mud on my show, Pastor Ken? How did I do that?
Joey, I didn't say it was you. I said it was on your show, okay?
Yeah,
and please stop trying to imitate me.
No, sir. You said I dragged them through the mud. That's what you said, and on my show and another show.
I know where this is going.
That's what you said, sir. That's what you said.
You have a crush on Kenny. You have a crush on Kenny because Kenny knows how to fuck. That's what you have. You have a crush on him. You're trying to steal my man.
Now you're acting stupid.
Man thief. That's what you are.
All right, thank you.
That's what you are.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, goodbye. You're muted. Next caller through. Is this what we're going to do on Blog Talk Radio? We're going to attack me and talk stupid. Is that what we're going to do? Come on, man. For God's sake, this show is about helping you people. You know? All right, 317. Oh, boy. I think I know this number. 317. Go ahead.
Hello, Joseph. This is Ted Gunderson.
Yes, hello. How you doing?
I'm just very upset that you are trying to steal a man out from underneath Tony like this.
Tony, what do you mean by Tony? Tony who? Tony who?
Furtado. Tony Furtado.
Oh. How am I stealing him? Can you explain that? How am I stealing him? Now you gotta think about that. You gotta think about that real quick, don't you?
Hold on.
You gotta
I
think
have
about
to
that.
I gotta take a break. I gotta go Google it. Give me a minute.
Yeah. Go Google it, sir. Go Google it. Go ahead.
Hey,
Go Google it.
Don't threaten me. Please don't threaten me again.
No,
okay?
I would never threaten you, sir. I don't threaten my callers. How could I threaten someone who calls in to me and asks questions? How could that be a threat, sir? How could
Every
that
time
be a
I've
threat?
called you, you threaten me. Physical threats.
I have?
Violence.
Really?
You want a threat? Shut that hell up.
Violence? Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Leroy.
Very unfair.
Thank you.
Very unfair how you treat people.
I am. Can you
and
give
you
some
have every
examples how I am?
opportunity to hang up.
Yeah. Nobody's threatening
You're not
you.
very
Nobody's
welcoming.
telling
That's
you to
all.
call into this radio program, but you still do
I
it.
was offended.
So you're offended. Oh, well, guess what? I don't give a crap if you're offended. You know what?
Please
I
watch
don't
your
give
language.
a crap if you're. I don't give a crap if you're a morphodite. I don't give a crap if you're a queer. I don't give a crap. How's that sound? Does that offend you?
What's a morphodite? Morphodite.
They should hear my new song I'm coming out with,
Joe.
Joe.
A homosexual, actually. That's what that.
I'm
Look
gonna
it up.
Google
What's
that one.
morphodite?
Give me a
Hey,
minute.
Joe, I'm coming out with a new song. I'll have to
you?
share it with you when I get done with it. I'm coming out with a new song, Joe. It's called, you know the Good Old Boy theme from Dukes of Hazzard? It's just the good old boys there. Me no harm. I'm coming out with one called the Transgender Boy. And it's in the process of being made right now. I'll share it to you. You can put it on your show.
This
Hey,
person
I have a
obviously
question
is so
for Leroy.
offended. And
Hello?
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I just
What
heard
did
a
you
new-
think
I just
about my
heard
calls tonight? Were you listening?
Your calls were very adventuresome. I heard
They
there
were?
was some. Yes.
You want me to give you the definition of a morphodite?
You ask
Hang
a person.
on,
You
I
ask a
typed it up
person
for
a question,
you.
and
The
you start
definition
screaming
of a
over top
morphodite
of
is
me.
a casual
I see you've not changed.
atmosphere, FFPC, inspired by the classic research, plants and animals battle hostile entities and unravel a mystery surrounding rare material called morphodite. That's the true definition of morphodite.
So it's a fictional. Basically, it's a fictional character type thing.
Yeah, it's fictional. I know. Yeah.
I have a question
I
for
know.
Leroy.
I know
Is he
everything's
still there?
fictional.
Is Leroy still on the line?
How about this one? A powerful
please ask
narcotic
me a
agent
question.
that has strong and
Please ask me a question.
Oh God, I can't even read that. You know what? Look, sir. Do you have anything you wish to add to the radio platform here tonight? And
About
how I
six
called
times
Kamala
I said I had a
Harris's
question,
office.
but you'll notice you're still babbling.
Yeah, ask your question, sir.
Okay.
Go ahead. Ask
The
your
question is for Leroy. You're still babbling, for Christ's sake. Tonight I
Go
heard
ahead,
a
Tony.
new song from George Strait, and it was about how he had never got to sing a song with Willie Nelson. Have you heard that song yet?
Okay. Yes, I think I
I
have,
think you should listen to it. I highly recommend it. It's new to me. I think you would enjoy it.
All right, I'll look it up right now. I probably have heard it if it's on the radio,
Well, sir,
if you're being serious.
Well, hang on. Let's not attack individual callers, sir.
No,
Were
he's
you
not attacking me. He's
listening
talking
when I
about George
called?
Strait. He's talking about George Strait
Yeah,
singing
I
a song
know,
about he never
hang
got
on.
to sing
Let's
Willie
get
Nelson.
back to the platform of the show. Were you listening when I called the Colorado Sheriff's Department live on this radio program? Were you listening when I called Kamala Harris's office live on this radio program? Would you like to comment on
Are
that,
you
sir?
Are you upset that I was listening? Would you rather I not listen? That you're
No, you can't answer a question with a
accusational.
question, sir. I'm asking you a question.
Yes,
Were you listening when I called these people?
And
what
you,
is your opinion on that?
Over me. I already answered it.
No,
yes.
No, you answered a question with a question.
I said yes, but you cannot hear me when you are talking.
Oh, are you offended?
I said yes.
Are you offended? Are you
not right
sue
now.
me?
I'm actually interested in the song you're talking about because I'm trying to Google it now, and George Strait and Willie Nelson actually have a collaboration song out right now.
It's remarkable that George Strait's career has continued as long as it has. He's there's not many guys like him.
Hey.
If the guy wants to be serious, I'm going to entertain him. He wants to be serious, I'm going to entertain him. Yes, Joe don't know country music, but yes, George Strait has been around since, the early 80s, maybe even the late 70s. He is the king of country music. You know, you got Waylon Jennings, Merle Haggard, all them, they're known as the kings, but George Strait and Alan Jackson have more hits than anybody.
Leroy, I think you should host your own show, and it should be on the topic of country music.
I would love that, actually, because I'm all about it, and I play it. But anyway, thanks. I'll let Joe get back to his show.
Okay.
All right, well,
Joey,
look, everyone,
you might want to consider
but sir,
retiring.
you're taking away
Let
from
him
the
take
topic
over.
of the radio platform here. That's what you're doing.
Which
you're
is
doing
you
a great
calling
job
fake
of doing
numbers
that.
and looking like a fool.
I'm
you called
calling fake
numbers.
I call fake numbers. I did not really talk to the Colorado Sheriff's Department tonight, sir. Did I
I'm
not?
talking about the ones that were fake.
No. Answer the goddamn question, sir.
Please do not curse. You're taking the name of the Lord in vain.
Colorado Sheriff's Department. That phone number is 970-304-6550. Did I not call that phone number tonight and they talked to me live on my podcast show? Did I not call Kamala Harris's office? Jackass. Idiot liberal nonsense crap. Did I not call Kamala Harris's Fresno office? 559-497. Okay, 5109. Did I not call that office tonight? Did I not call that office tonight and get a live voice? No, shut up, you jackass. Shut up. You're an idiot, you're a jackass, and you have nothing to offer that's positive to understanding the times in which you live in today. Now, I'm going to ask you one more time. Do you have anything to add to the radio program tonight?
I have had things.
Think about it.
Let me Google it first. No, I don't need to Google this
Google it. Google Joseph Gibson. Google that. You jackass. Did I not call the loyal white knights of the Ku Klux Klan tonight? Did I not? You're muted. You're a dumbass. You're just a dumbass who calls in to disrupt this radio program. Next private caller. Go ahead, private caller. Go ahead.
We are recording.
Good. I'm glad you're recording. Blog Talk Radio is recording this. Go ahead.
We are recording.
Another dumbass.
Another
dumbass who wants to waste my time. You're muted too. All right, next caller. Go ahead. Next private caller. Go ahead. And they all call in at the end of the show. You know, the problem is with you people is you're stupid dumbasses. And you don't understand the New World Order and you don't get it. But guess what? You're going to go to your FEMA camp. You're going to get microchipped. It's going to be put in your right hand to your forehead. And that's what my Bible says. Simple as that. And the Roman Empire will rise again. Simple as that. And, and we're going to get into this on the next show. And I called a lot of people tonight live on this radio podcast. And the jackasses who want to disrupt the radio program and do stupid nonsense, that's fine. Yeah, I see all your phone numbers. I see them all. But if all of you are listening from the beginning, I called Kamala Harris's office live. I called the Sheriff's Department in Colorado live. Got live voices on this podcast. Yeah, But you're too busy paying attention to CNN and Fox News and not paying the internet and your fake social media accounts where Zuckerberg sells your personal information for, let's see here. Hang on real quick here. For eighth of a cent, according to Wall Street. That's what Zuckerberg is selling your personal information for. Oh, Lord. All right, Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to have a special guest, Dr. Peter Paul Ventura, who is going to break down the Bible for you and explain the Bible and make you understand that is the true Word of God. And we live in the end times. For God's sake, we see it here on this radio platform. Satan's children are insane. We see it. We listen to it. But anyway, I want to say good night to everybody. Thank you for listening. Awesome radio program as always. Promote it on Facebook, and we're growing by the day. We are growing, and I want to thank all the people that tuned in here tonight, especially Mendelicon also, Archiveda, thank you. Even 317 and Dr. Leroy. And everyone else, as I'm scrolling down the numbers, 203. Yep, thank you. Appreciate you listening. Oh, another 203 number. Thank you. Thank you, Connecticut. Appreciate it. Really appreciate you listening. Oh, my Lord. These people, they just don't get it. Wake up, folks. Good night, everybody. I'll leave you with Wacky Bernie. How's that? You can hang up if you want, but I'm sure you'll love it at the end.
We go now to Bernie Sanders, who is joining us, I think. Are you in New Hampshire, sir?
I'm in Vermont.
And you're
Vermont is the people's New Hampshire.
Right.
New Hampshire's the 1% of Vermont. I would never step foot in New Hampshire until the primaries.
Okay. Well, welcome to the program.
Thank you. It's good to be here. I would like to say hello to you and to your listeners, specifically the ones who make less than $47,000 a year. Those are the hardworking Americans that I'm here to represent. Thank you, Glenn.
Yeah. Well, what about the other people that are making 50, 55, even 100,000?
Oh, you mean the Rockefellers of the United States that are sucking wealth out of the middle class, the hardworking middle class that's composed of people that work in coal mines and chimney sweeps? I have nothing to say to those people.
Yeah. So, what exactly is why do you think you've connected to the people so dramatically now?
I think we're finally awaking as a country that wealth is entirely dependent upon theft. And they're understanding that the way to handle it is to either take the money of rich people or potentially break them into smaller organs and pieces and redistribute them to the masses. And I am the only person that wants to actually take blood out of Jeff Bezos and resupply it to other more hardworking people.
You actually want his blood?
Yes.
Yeah.
That way, at that point, because you have access to the bank account if you have blood. Not a lot of people know that. But there was a law in the 70s that if you get somebody else's blood, you have some recourse to their checking account.
I don't think that's true, sir. Now, some of the proposals that you're making they sound like the former Soviet Union.
I will acknowledge they are robust proposals to try and save the United States from descending back into a plutocratic hellhole where aristocrats with top hats are beating coal orphans with whips for their amusement. Yes, Glenn, if that's what you mean.
People haven't worn top hats for a very long time, around the time of Abraham Lincoln, I believe.
And that is entirely due to the New Deal of FDR. If it weren't for FDR, there would be top hats everywhere and coal orphans living in caves.
So you're for the Green New Deal, I suppose.
I had a lot of problems with it, as I imagine you did. I thought it was fairly anemic and very tiny in its scope. I thought it could have been 3-4 times more robust than it was. And when I'm elected president, I will make a hyper-neon Green Deal that's new.
A
hyper-neon new Green Deal.
Okay. And what's in that hyper new Green Deal?
Thank you, Glenn. I appreciate that. I know you and I don't always see eye to eye.
Yeah,
however, I appreciate being able to spell out the policies. These are important to the working people of the United States.
It's okay.
The number one thing, Glenn, is Medicare for all. Now, I know what you're going to say, Glenn. You're going to say, how can the United States afford to pay for Medicare for all of the people of the entire planet Earth? And I tell you, we have enough money to do that, and it is unconscionable
Wait a minute.
that the wealthiest country in the history of the world can't give health care to everyone on Earth.
So you want Medicare for all, for everybody.
For everyone on Earth, and if there are other planets that have life, we will also give it to them. But right now, everyone on Earth.